Yo, what's up guys, it's King Sean here, and day 13 of training camp is officially in the books, and in today's video, I will be recapping it. Y'all know how I do these videos. I first start with talking about some things Dan Quinn said in this press conference, and then moving on to some things that happened during practice. So, if you guys are new to my channel, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm on the road to 4K subs. If you could, hit that sub button, I'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so let's start with the roster moves that were announced this morning instead of Dan Quinn's presser. It was announced this morning that we signed wide receiver Martavis Bryant and cut kicker Ramis Ahmed, which is really interesting right there. But let's start with Bryant. He last played an NFL game in 2018, but this past season, I'm pretty sure last season, he was on the Cowboys' practice squad. So you kind of see the connection right there with him and Dan Quinn, which could be the reason as to why we brought him in. But we do have a lot of receivers on this roster, so I feel like adding a guy like Martavis Bryant, who probably isn't even going to make the roster or even the practice squad, was kind of unnecessary. But like I said, last played an NFL game in 2018. He's kind of been bouncing around leagues. He was in the CFL for a short period of time, I'm pretty sure, and was in the UFL this past spring. We actually held a workout for him this past spring as well, but we didn't sign him then, but we did sign him now, so that's very interesting right there. But before 2018, he was actually pretty good. Obviously, in the NFL, you already know he was good in 2014, 2015, was suspended in 2016, played a little bit in 2017, I'm pretty sure, and then he's been out of the league since 2018. So if we wanted another wide receiver, we could have, maybe jumped back into the Brandon Ayuk trade talks, but I feel like I don't know what's going on with Ayuk. I'm not sure if he's going to get traded to the Steelers. I mean, that's what everyone's been saying, at least rumors. We've heard rumors about it. Or if he's going to stay with the 49ers. So we'll see what happens with Ayuk, but we have removed ourselves from those talks. So it's interesting that we signed Martavis Bryant. Do I think he's going to make the roster? No. I mean, he did have a nice block today in 11v11 drills, which I'll get to later. But I don't think he's going to make the roster. He could make the practice squad, but I feel like I'd keep a guy like Mitchell Tinsley, Davion Davis, or Bryce Tremaine on the practice squad over Martavis Bryant. So we'll see what happens, but it is interesting that we signed him. I mean, it's not nothing in my opinion, but it really, doesn't say a whole lot. I mean, it is a receiver competition right now. I mean, Terry McLaurin, he's wide receiver one, of course. Jahan Dotson, he played a lot against the Jets on Saturday, which I did not expect. A lot of fans did not expect. De'Ami Brown, he's been looking pretty solid in camp, but when the lights come on, he's not great. So we'll see who gets those two other, wide receiver starting spots. But we did sign Martavis Bryant. Don't read too much into it because I don't think, we will actually keep him on the 53-man roster. And then we released Ramis Ahmed. He actually made his kick against the Jets on Saturday, and Riley Patterson did not. So it is interesting that we release him instead of Riley Patterson. I mean, both have been bad, but I thought we were going to release Riley Patterson instead of Ramis Ahmed. So hopefully, some kickers get cut in the next couple of days or weeks. Bring those guys in and then, compete with Riley Patterson, because Riley Patterson is not it. I mean, he missed an easy 39-yard field goal against the Jets. So he's not it. Ramis Ahmed isn't it. They're both not it. So we just need new kickers in this competition ASAP. Moving on to some things that happened during practice. First things first, Olamide Zaccheaus, he had a really nice catch on the sideline. Brown ran route from outside and OZ broke underneath on out. Jaden Daniels with a good place on the throw, and that was JP Finlay that tweeted that out. So, hey man, I really like the connection with Jaden Daniels and Olamide Zaccheaus. I feel like Zaccheaus is going to be a very reliable target for Jaden Daniels this season. Olamide Zaccheaus, he could very well be our slot receiver. So, super excited to see, what he does this season. What else do we have here? Andrew Wiley, he was your starting right tackle today, and Cornelius Lucas was your starting left tackle today. So expect those two guys to be your starting tackles for the remainder of the week. It does suck that Brandon Coleman probably not going to participate in our joint practice with the Dolphins on Thursday, and it's not going to play in our preseason game against the Dolphins on Saturday. So sucks for him. It's a huge bummer, but hopefully he can get back sooner rather than later. What else we have here? Thoughts on that team period. Shout out to Zach. This is a tweet from Zach Shelby. He tweeted out that Jaden Daniels, he looked crisp in 11v11. He was 3 for 3 in the series, including 2 passes to Zaccheaus. James Pierre, he had a nice pass breakup working against Terry McLaurin. And then Martavis Bryant had a nice block that allowed Jamison Crowder to spring free on a play. So, hey man, Martavis Bryant, he made a nice block today. So maybe if he keeps making plays like that, he can make the practice squad. Like I said, I don't think he makes the 53-man roster at all, but he could make the practice squad, but we shall see. Let's see what else we have here. Daniels just threaded the needle, and shout out to Serge the Shooter. He tweeted this out. He threaded the needle on the run to Ertz, who made a sliding catch, then went back to Ertz across the middle next play for another first down. So yeah, Daniels and Ertz, that connection is strong as well. I know he's going to target Ertz a lot in the red zone this year, same with Sinnott, and he's going to target both tight ends towards the middle of the field as well. So Sinnott and Ertz are going to be Jaden Daniels' best friends this season, in my opinion. Let's see what else we have here. Terry McLaurin had a beautiful contested catch in the corner of the end zone. Jaden Daniels was the quarterback on the play. The players got fired up, and McLaurin got the full Lion King treatment after. That's when Nikki Jabal tweeted out. So, hey, man, McLaurin and Jaden Daniels, that connection is going to be super strong this season. Terry McLaurin hopefully has a real quarterback who can get him the ball, throw him the ball at all times, maybe like 8 to 10 times a game. So, hey, man, super excited to see how Terry McLaurin performs this season now with a real quarterback at the helm. And then finally, shout out to Serge the Shooter. He tweeted out that Dotson, McCaffrey, and Ertz looked really good today. Several plays made between the three, so that's good that, Dotson and McCaffrey are having big days, especially McCaffrey, because we haven't heard a lot from him in training camp so far. He did have 2 nice catches against the Jets on Saturday, including a nice 19-yard reception from Sam Hartman. So want to hear more about him, see more about him. It's really good to hear him making some plays during training camp, as well as Dotson and Ertz. So that is it for today's video. It was a short practice, but we do head down to Miami tomorrow, which is why it's a short practice. So we have to prepare for that practice as well. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. Like I said, I'm on the road to 4K subs. So if you could, hit that sub button. I'd really appreciate it. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.